fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The campaign is Horror on the Orient Express. It's available from Chaosium. I am the Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 61. Our recap will be given by Stuart Lively as his character, Theodore Thursby III. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Stuart?
Thanks, Tom. We headed to the Grand Bazaar in Constantinople, a massive tinted city that has taken more permanent standings over time. There, a group of thugs rough up a man named Farrar, an old scribe. He helps us translate two of the scrolls we acquired from Professor Smythe. Farrar is perplexed by the name Sedefkar. It translates to crafter of things from mother of pearl. Farrar points us in the direction of Baylab Tai, the man who perspires, a big fat man who has information on anything and everything in the region for a price. We later hear stories of children going missing locally. Later, returning to the hotel, we are messaged by the High Commissioner of the British Consulate. We meet him later, Sir Douglas Rutherford, at the consulate and discover his 9-year-old son, James, has been kidnapped the day before. We initiate an investigation into this quickly discover a staff member, Kurdef, was a skinless cult member wearing a face of the staff member he replaced, which we quickly apprehend. He is killed by some horrible magic from afar, but he curses us as he dies, confirming the Brotherhood has the children. We lock down the embassy and then have an emergency meeting with the Deputy Commissioner of the embassy, perhaps to storm the Red Tower, where we highly suspect the children be held.
Right. So, you also, as I recall, sent a message to Baylab to set up a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do at this point?
Well, we are in the consulate. We've just locked it down, and we were contemplating, at least I think it was a great idea, to have a quick emergency meeting. We need to act quickly. And with the High Commissioner really backing us, we might be able to get some added resource to help get to the bottom of what's going on at the Red Tower. That's just my 2 cents. I don't want to,
But you haven't located the tower yet. You've got a couple of slight sort of clues. There are, I think it was pointed out, there are 400 mosques in the city.
Right.
And you're most likely going to be looking for something a little shady or, not in very good use.
Yeah. We don't. The last time it was described this many centuries ago, so we have no idea how things may have changed in the intervening time.
Yeah, but I mean, many centuries ago, you'd think that there'd be, it could somewhat still point us in the same spot. I mean, if the water was described in relation to the tower, the water wouldn't have moved.
But this is perhaps the perfect time to bring in Baylab Tai, the perspirer, and he just might have this type of information.
Yeah, but we're waiting to hear from him, not the other way around.
True, but we put in the message last night. This is the next day, so hopefully maybe back at the hotel.
I mean, we need to think through what exactly it is that we're going to ask him.
Yeah, but we have to deal with...
If he's a source of information, yeah. He might know a lot.
We have to deal with Rutherford first, who is disturbed by what we have all just seen.
Yeah.
We might wish to quickly vet the rest of the staff. Hopefully, we believe that the child was taken by a team, but perhaps one inside the compound and one outside. But we make sure Kuradeth is the only skinless one in the building.
Yeah.
Although I think Rutherford said he was going to fire everyone anyway and start from scratch.
Yeah, they'll throw everybody out. And his first thought is to get rid of everybody who's not white.
It doesn't actually matter, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No member of the staff should escape scrutiny.
Exactly. Yeah, we need to find a way of interrogating all the staff, including the British or Western European.
Right. So now that we have his complete credence, we go through the rest of the staff, including Euros 6x6, checking for the telltale signs.
Yeah.
We get some decent spirits out of him in the process. Many pots of tea. The staff was about 50. He might have only been referring to the servant class as well, not the clerical. So it might take an hour or two.
Well, there's a lot of, government stuff.
Yeah.
This is a good sized place. So I'm guessing we have an additional room that we can move the group we've gone through, place them in a separate room, keeping them isolated from the rest, right? Because that's important in interrogation. We want to make sure no one's cross-pollinating stories or anything like that.
So, as I recall, you were here, you came here was it the morning?
I think it's supper time. We came back to the hotel and found the invitation.
Summons.
Yeah.
And we checked.
Came here. All right. So then it's evening time.
I thought it was the morning. I thought we got the information in the evening and then came the morning. Because that's how we were able to go into the gardens, and we searched and we found the toy soldier and the scrap of clothing on the gate.
I mean, it might be evening by the time we're done.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm trying to determine. We'll say that you came in the morning around 10 a.m. And you found the cult man. And now you're basically taking most of the day to go through the staff to check people and so forth. Well, all right. So I'll sum it up, and we'll say that. Why don't we? Somebody roll a 4-sided dice.
Okay, I got it. That is a 3.
Okay, so let's say by 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you've gone through the staff. You haven't found any additional cult members that you could identify. However, 4 members of the staff simply are gone.
Okay.
They probably heard what happened and they didn't want to get caught. So you're thinking that the cult of the skinless one has seriously infiltrated this government position. None of them are big shots. They're all mostly, but one of them may have been a trusted secretary that's disappeared.
Okay. I'll ask the Sir Douglas or whoever would have the knowledge. Do we have like employment records? Because that would have the staff's home address, so we would know.
Yes, and once they realize, we'll say that's all gone on today. That if they weren't present, but they were, let's say they were there in the morning and then they disappeared.
Right.
He sent soldiers to their
Okay.
residence,
Yeah.
and they were cleaned out.
All right. Yeah.
So he's horrified that this insane religious cult has managed to infiltrate the government. And of course, he thinks that they're probably inciting Ataturk, and it's probably all a Turkish plot, terrorist plot. He's put that spin on in his head.
Is there a phone I might borrow?
Sure, yeah.
I'd like to place a call to our hotel since it's free. It's after 3 late day. I mean, we could check in with concierge to see if we have a message waiting for us.
Okay. Do a luck roll.
Alrighty. Ooh, 20 even. That's definitely a pass.
Okay.
Strong pass.
Yes, indeed. You have a message was delivered. It's in your copy.
Okay.
Get back to the hotel.
Yeah, gentlemen, we have a message awaiting us.
Oh, that's good.
Hotel.
We were told not to keep him waiting, so I guess we should hurry. I think we should tell Rutherford that we hope to have an idea soon of where some of the children may be being held, and that if he can arrange to have a contingent of troops to assist us on short notice, we'll be in touch when we have a likely location. And that way we have some cannon fodder at least.
Thanks.
And, some extra hands.
Extra heads, yeah. You're not saying cannon fodder to the commissioner.
Well,
Right.
No.
the thing is, if we bring in extra hands, that we might, in a way, be giving our foes extra hands.
Well, I think we want some people to be firing rifles when we go in.
No,
Yeah.
no.
All right. Yes, you have anyone short of, an army at your disposal. But yeah, and you realize too that moving about Constantinople with a lot of people would be a lot harder than not. When you get back to your hotel, you find two messages, in fact. One of the messages is from Farrar, and he says, my friends, I was hoping to join up with you before noon, but you weren't here. I will return tomorrow. The second one is, in fact, a rather cryptic-looking little note. It's written on one side in Persian, and on the other side, it's written in English. And all it says is Jimberlitash Hamami, 1 p.m. tomorrow. And if you ask, the other side in Persian says Belab Tai Lian, which is the perspirer.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 1.
So we have Mr. Farrar, and we have about 28 hours to kill before our meeting.
No, it's 3 p.m. now.
If he says 1 p.m. tomorrow.
It's 22 hours.
Yeah.
And now it said Hami. Was that like a
It
location?
says Jimberli Tash Hamami.
Okay.
That's a bathhouse.
Okay.
If you ask your concierge, it's a very famous bathhouse. It is across the bridge in Istanbul, but it is one of the very nice, very old, like 500 years old, beautiful hammami.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So are these bathhouses, are they I keep thinking of something more like a sauna, but that's not
It
what
is
these
more
are.
like a sauna. You
Okay, yeah.
go in, you clean yourself up, you change into robes, and then just like the one you went to the last time, you go in, you lay down on a slab, somebody comes in, gives you a massage, they scrub you down, and then you sit in the steam for a while and enjoy some tea and sweat.
Pardon me.
They consider it very civilized and very, very clean, getting all of the poisons and toxins out of you by sweating.
I guess it'll be fun to try to find somebody who named a perspirer in a place that's
Yeah, that's
revolves
makes you
around
sweat.
everybody sweating.
He has been described to you as a very large fat man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh. Yeah.
So you have some time until then. Everybody has time.
Except those poor children.
Oh.
Ticking.
Well, right, but I don't know. I mean, how are we supposed to find them, Theodore, in this vast city?
Oh, I know.
Other than following Smythe's the account of the blood-red fez and trying to find that monastery, but it's a very dangerous proposition, especially if that's not where they are. That's a whole lot of risk.
True.
There's also the matter of the scrolls too. We should certainly save the children if we can, but without these scrolls, I mean, this horrific thing lives on.
Oh, I agree. I was simply lamenting the position of the children. And, just hopeful wishing out loud.
Do we have an impression of how long these abductions have been going on? Is this something that are they like building up to something recently, or has this just been an ongoing phenomenon?
Doing some research with newspapers and so forth, it seems like in just maybe the last couple of weeks.
So they are doing something new.
Yeah.
I mean, is it anticipation of our coming here since have they been in communique with their other little clusters?
Well, I mean, I think that they have kind of known we were coming. They seem to always get the message that we're causing problems.
Yeah, they seem to be getting more and more accurate with, or more quickly ascertaining as to where we are. I'm starting to get a little nervous for our hotel's storage of the parts.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, I share very heartily in your paranoia. I don't know where else we would keep them.
No, I know. Yeah. I mean, wherever we put it, how would we know we're not being followed? And
Yeah.
You had mentioned a little while ago about what you were going to ask Baylab in the time.
We want to know. We want to know about the current whereabouts of the Brotherhood of the Skin, no?
Yeah, I mean, it
that
could
would
be
basically tell us about where to start looking for the scrolls and the children, I think.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
is said to know many things, but I don't know that he knows about the secret cult. If he knew where the abducted children were, he probably wouldn't wait for some Europeans to wander in and hire him.
Well,
Assuming he has any
I guess
humanity.
if he knows all these, if he knows many things, but he doesn't know these things, then exactly is it that we want from him?
He might know where the Red Tower is. I mean, he's knowledgeable and
Yeah,
maybe not why we're looking for it, but if he knows where it is, that could help point us in the right direction. Excuse me.
Farrar has described him as an information broker.
Yeah.
So he might know all about, he could know all about the cult. It's just he's not interested in alerting authorities. He's interested in making money.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
But he's also interested probably in living to enjoy his money. So, which then makes the price that would be asked.
I have a feeling we're going to be asking some very expensive questions.
Yeah, very expensive
for us.
Even
but
for
also,
us.
I mean, what we're not. I don't know about you, but I wasn't planning to save all this my money for my retirement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're here now.
Yeah,
there's still plenty that we have access to in terms of resources.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I assume that's the form the price will take, but who knows? I've read plenty of dime store novels where people like this will ask for favors.
Yeah, or information in exchange.
Yeah, he may very well ask you a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we could. What should be our going rate?
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to know about Dream Law, that's not going to come cheap. Those are trade secrets.
That's right. Huh. So we'll ask him. See if we get our questions organized because he's probably a busy man. Doesn't we want to ask him about the Red Tower, about the cult of the skinless ones.
I think it's just the skinless one.
Skinless one, yeah, singular. Yeah, that's probably better than multiple of them.
Yep, you can.
I not heard to ask him about scrolls. I mean, hey, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know, but we can still ask.
I mean, you can do an intelligence roll. Okay. Why not?
Maybe he'll know about the thief.
Regular.
48 is a pass.
I have an 06, which is extreme.
Very nice.
Show off.
So there seemed to be some sort of connection between the missing scrolls and somebody named Garaznet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He might know that legend or whatever that is. He might know where he's buried. He might know, all of these little things that have come up. He might know where the bad guys, are located or whether they're,
Mm-hmm.
He probably, but you're also correct in assuming that he probably also, knows the risk of knowing these things.
I wonder if it would be a more affordable question to ask him where the children are being held.
I don't know if there's going to be such a thing as an affordable question with this man.
Well, I'm not affordable. more affordable than less vastly expensive if we, instead of asked about a cult, asked about the children's whereabouts. Sounds a little bit more innocent and noble in searching.
I don't know. I think we should just be very direct.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
my reason of calling to get our ducks in a row to know exactly what we're going to ask him is just so that we make sure that we don't miss anything.
Yeah,
because of the risks, whether he's assuming like if he's willing to take them on, the thing with risks is that sometimes the damages occur. So we may only have this one
audience
meeting with him.
Yeah. Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, there's no point beating around the bush with a information broker.
Well, and he sounds like he's probably walking an amoral line.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm sure he's the type of fellow who would happily have lunch with Solomon on the Red and sell us all out if he had the opportunity.
Oh yeah, it could
So
make him a
we need to be
lira.
careful to let him know too much about us and where we're staying.
You mean where he sent us a note?
Where he sent us a note. That's true. That's already out. That's already well past.
That he can already broker that data to anyone who wishes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. That look a good plan.
So Garaznet the thief was cursed.
Yep.
By Suleiman Malflakat the Red, who was buried in Mushkadar. Mushkadar. Let us well see what Mushkadar is also.
Ushkadar, as you research that, it is a vast cemetery on the other side of the Bosporus. It's been used since the Middle Byzantine era.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like going to an island of a million dead people.
Ireland.
I don't think it's actually an island, but it's isolated.
No, I was just reminded of that other series of islands outside Venice.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there was an island in Venice where the dead were buried.
Oh.
You also have the university.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got our questions ready, and I assume it's still like afternoon time frame.
Yeah. Or
so if there's nothing in particular you can think of doing, we can move ahead. But I would like you all to do a spot hidden roll.
Nope.
24 is a hard success.
91.
No way, I got a 91.
So you spend the day, you're doing stuff. You were mostly at the consulate. You've been doing some research. You've had lunch and dinner. And as you are, so you found some interesting little place to eat, near the Para Hotel, someplace that was recommended. And on your way back, Dr. Neruda, out of the corner of your eye, as you're walking along with the others, you start to get the feeling that somebody is watching you. And you're very careful not to just turn around and look. You want to see if you can catch them in the act of watching you. And it takes you maybe 5 or 6 minutes as you're walking and you're talking to your friends, and you keep, glancing around and maybe trying to catch a reflection in a window or something. But you think a couple of times there that you see that colorful gypsy keeping his distance, but keeping an eye on you. And there's a couple times you think you can see his pet bear. And why he's hanging around in this part of the city, because you first saw him at the bazaar. But do a luck roll.
87.
So when at last you decide to confirm what you're seeing and you turn or you try to get a better look, he's vanished down an alley. But those clothes, you're almost sure it's the same street performer as before.
I'll let the gentlemen.
Yes.
I believe certain street performer and a particular pet have been keeping a watch on us.
It's strange. I mean, a street performer with a bear is not exactly an incognito.
No.
And you caught a glimpse of that last night, Gunther, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, I did.
So this seems too consistent here for coincidence.
Well, and the bear is associated with the disappeared child. Is it not? Was the bear not mentioned at some point during that exchange at the consulate? Or they?
Ooh, I don't remember that.
I don't recall that.
Oh, maybe I've got my notes mixed up. Because I have man with bear written above, letter from British police.
Okay.
That's because Gunter saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Letter from British bear.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My note specifically says man with a bear question mark.
Yeah. Remember they?
How long do we think Neruda saw this from the first time till the final time?
Over the course, maybe 5 or 6 minutes.
And yeah, as you say, there could hardly be something more conspicuous on the streets, which makes me wonder whether not everyone sees this. I don't like the association between the motley coloring of this sort of performer and the mixed fleshes of
the jigsaw prints
and our foes in general, just having composites.
Huh.
You didn't get, I trust, a particularly good look at the bear itself.
No, sort of in the shadows. And you're almost definitely sure you saw him that third time, or the first time, at the bazaar, maybe performing over there. It's one of those kind of places.
Yeah.
We could go back to the bazaar and see if we can corner the bear in his den.
Yeah, fair question.
If we approach this performer in his colorful garb and he wishes to evade us, then we verify our suspicion, but I don't know how else we learn.
Yeah, I mean, let's finish up our meal and then we could go down there and see if he still is performing.
We have quite a lot of time before our appointment, after all.
Exactly.
And there's always interesting stuff going on at the bazaar.
Oh, yeah.
It is a den of thieves, so you want to be careful with your stuff. But all right, we'll say that you go to the bazaar. It's evening, of course. It's a cacophony of noise, food smells, animal smells, carpet salesmen. It's a bit annoying because everybody wants your attention. Everybody wants to sell you stuff. And you have to just sort of walk away or say no or no thank you or whatever. Is there anything, though, that you want to do when you're there? You don't see the man. You do see other performers. You see acrobats juggling, doing the spinning plates on sticks and circus-like acts.
Right.
Maybe, Gunter, you become fascinated by a magician.
Oh, yeah.
Doing some old-fashioned sort of tricks, things that you probably know exactly what he's doing.
You can always appreciate the craft. I'm going to watch one of the shows, and when they usually stop, with the performance to reset, I'll go ahead and put a decent tip in their tip box.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, it is wonderful, wonderful. He's like, my friends were hoping to see the performing bear that I had seen a couple days ago. Do you know if he'll be back?
I don't know.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. But he was here, right? I am thinking of the correct bazaar.
There are many things here. Yes, maybe. Some people come, some people go. There's lots of people. What did you think of my magic?
Oh, it's very good. He is like going, just be careful, and then I kind of just give him a tip on like how he was palming a card or something. Like,
so you know the art.
Indeed.
Do a luck roll.
Okay. Come on, luck. Nope.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No.
You failed. That's actually kind of the better thing. Otherwise, you would have been stuck there with him for the next 2 hours.
Just talking magic.
Made you his best friend.
That's right. Excellent.
And invited you all in for meals. And
sparkling.
They're very friendly. Everybody's very friendly.
Yeah.
But conversation's a two-edged sword. You spend a couple of hours there anyway, and you don't see him or the bear. You do see other people dressed very colorfully, but not quite in the same manner. There's definitely a gypsy, a Romia, like the Chigani from Serbia when you were there. Much more so than the Persian, Arabic, Turkish stuff.
Yeah.
So
did we get we initially came here hoping to pick up some extra weapons. Did we get everything we intended? I think I was going to get a sap. I think we got everything, yes?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I'm already somewhat addicted to the Turkish coffee. Yes?
I was going to say, I assume the children there's still children running around. They're not being shunted away because they're disappearing from the street.
It's true. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay.
And they're still occasionally come up to you and beg for coins. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But it's what they do to keep their families going. Every little bit helps. So you spend some time there. You end up going back to the Para Hotel, the Para Palace. You don't have any other encounters this evening, and you eventually go to bed. And you get up the next morning uneventfully. As you wake up in the morning, I'd like you all to do your rolls to see how you're being affected by
yes.
simulacrum. I forget which each of you is. I hope you wrote it down.
Yeah.
I did. Roll con. Pass my constitution. I rolled con twice. I failed the second con, so my leg is hurting and I lose 2 points from my movement, right?
No.
I was already slow. It was great.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Left arm.
Unfortunately,
Right.
Theodore, there's not much in the way of north wind blowing here, so.
Whew. Thank goodness. Or what am I saying? Okay, so left arm's good, but I also have the right arm. So
I got rolled a 93 on my dex, so I experience a shooting pains in my leg that affect balance.
I rolled a 14, so I'm okay with a headache today.
okay. Left arm I passed, but right arm I failed. So I am unable to lift heavy items.
Yeah, feels like the muscles in your
Yeah, like I can lift a little bit, but just nothing, like anything. I guess
Dr. Naruto, that was pretty bad roll. I'd say that
93, yeah.
that with a small purchase you can get a very nice walking cane that helps you. Actually, something quite beautiful. All right. So let's just move ahead. You do what you're going to do this morning. You wander about. Unless you've got
I'm assuming we should wait for Farrar to show up.
Yes, Farrar shows up. He's in a good mood. His bruises seem to have dissipated or they're healing. He's very, what's on the agenda? What else can I help you with today?
Have you ever heard any tales about a colorfully dressed gentleman who walks around the city with a pet bear?
It sounds just like a street performer. I mean, there are a million of those.
I think a bear in the city would be somewhat unusual, yeah? But no one is notorious for this?
It's actually not that unusual, especially, with gypsies and it's not a Kodiak. It's a little brown bear. Or maybe it's a little bigger than that, but they're usually pretty tame, though of course occasionally they get out of control. Might be unusual to see an elephant.
Yes.
But every once in a while, who knows, monkeys, chimpanzees, zebras. I saw a zebra once, he says.
Fascinating city for our.
Is there any gossip on the street about trouble at the consulate?
Yeah, there was. They said something about the staff getting sacked. Quite a few people out of work. Not a good time to be out of work. I don't know what it was all about, but yeah, there's something in the newspaper this morning about trouble at the consulate.
Any more missing children in the paper?
Nothing in the paper today, but I'm sure that there's more.
Oh,
Missing children. It's a big city, and the crime is terrible in places. You have you said you had a meeting scheduled with Belab.
yep. At the Girly Hamai.
Jin Berlitash.
Yeah, that was not good.
Hamami.
We need to make sure. Is it easy to get to?
Oh, we'll have to cross the bridge. We'll want to make sure we get over there early.
Yeah.
You said what time? 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is Baleb someone who speaks many tongues, and will he be happy if you come as translator, or will he be offended if we bring someone?
I don't think he'd be offended at all. But he does speak English. Yes, he speaks English and French and German. He's a man who knows his stuff. He has a reputation for being a knowledge broker, but that also means that he's got his fingers in a lot of pies, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
Take what he says. You can probably rely on everything that he says. Just interpret it for yourselves. Don't go walking into a den of thieves. But he has a reputation, and for him, reputation is everything.
Yeah. Okay.
He also has his own, he has a system of etiquette. Be respectful, be polite. If he offers you something, take it. Actually, maybe that's a good thing. We can go over Turkish etiquette.
Ooh. Yeah.
Excellent.
And so he sort of intersperses that with anything that you're doing today. You don't cross your legs, you don't eat with your left hand, you don't do this. Don't stare at his gigantic humongousness. All right.
Okay.
So, now he says that it's at Jinberlitash Hamami. He goes over the etiquette of the bathhouse. If you know this, what you need to do. You won't be able to carry weapons, and you won't be able to. You'll have to at least mostly undress. And you won't wear your shoes. And you need to follow the procedures, which is basically you're going to wash yourself before you go in, because they don't want you to bring the dirt in with you. Even though they're going to probably bathe you, which means they're going to scrub you down with rough sponges. But they have people that do that. They'll suds you up and all of that. It's a whole procedure. If you ever get the chance, watch it on YouTube. It's very interesting. And then you'll go into the room with the steam, and that's where Balab will be most likely. He'll probably be on the central slab. Approach him respectfully, and he'll be expecting you. Don't be late.
Of course not.
All right. So you travel across the bridge. You have to go an hour and a half or so early to get over there because you're working your way through crowds and so forth. Jimberli Tash Hamami is a beautiful old building. It's all white marble. You can see there's a beautiful dome on the top of it, and the dome has little star holes and moon holes poked in it so that when you're inside, the sunlight comes through and it makes little beautiful streams of stars all over the place. You, in fact, it's got, I'll give you some stuff. The first room that you go into is called the Kamakan. It's the dressing room. You disrobe, and you'll redress. There are places to put your clothes. And after you're done, you come in here, you can recline, you can sip tea, and relax. The second room you go into is the Stogelkluk. It's a room where you linger for a little while in hot temperatures to prepare yourselves for the steam room. If you just walk right into the steam room, you might pass out from the heat. So you kind of prepare yourself with the warmth, and then you go in. And that's called the Haratet. The temperature in here can be up to 125 degrees. So you definitely sweat. And you are dressed basically in a towel, is what you're dressed in.
Yeah.
Women are not allowed inside, so it's just men. You go in, and as you come into the room, and it's very pretty, you know exactly who Baylab is. He's an enormous man, probably 400 pounds. He's on a slab. He is being massaged. He has a little tray that he is occasionally sipping tea from. And the minute he sees you, he knows it's you. He says, gentlemen, I am here. I am Baylab, who you've come to see.
Honored to make your acquaintance. Sahib, I am from Switzerland. I'm Dr. Kurtz.
Yes. I do not know any of your names, but you're from Switzerland, yes? You're all traveling here from various parts of Europe?
Yes, I'm from Germany, Gunter Block.
Huh. Please.
I'm from Argentina myself.
We have a whole treasure trove of people from around the world. And you, sir? He points at you, Thurston. Yeah.
From the U.S. of A.
The U.S. of A. I have never been there. I have wanted to go and see it, but it is a long way.
It's a bit.
Won't you have something here? Some tea?
Of course.
Thank you.
Fruit.
Too kind.
Make yourself comfortable. It's very hot.
Indeed.
Sweating is very good for the soul.
Yeah.
So, why have you come to see Baylab? I'm sure they've told you I'm a man who knows many things.
Yes, they have, and we have come because we are interested in information, which we referred to you. We were looking for a place called the Red Tower.
Red Tower.
It has probably had many names over the years. It is hundreds of years old. It perhaps is a site of infamy. We don't know on which part of the river it stands or what its current appearance is.
Let me think. You say it is a tower. I wonder, there is a place on the south of the Great Horn. It's in a very bad neighborhood. It used to be a mosque, but nobody goes there. I believe that there were attempts at certain points to try and revive the Islam there, but it's just not in a good neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
And he sort of just looks around. There are other people says, I think that it now has a reputation for criminals in the neighborhood. They might be using it as a meeting place. But I can't be sure. There are a lot of such meeting places in the city of criminal types.
Of course, but it does sound close to what we're looking at, so it's a very good chance that is what we were seeking.
Well, it's something that it was made partly of red brick. I believe that it's actually visible if you take a boat up the Golden Horn and you keep your eyes looking towards the left. You'll see the dome sort of rising a bit above the buildings. But it should have a fairly red brick colored cast to it.
Excellent.
I would not recommend going into that neighborhood, though. It's not a good neighborhood. Now, in exchange, would you tell me some things about yourselves? What reasons have you come here to Constantinople? You say you're looking for this red tower, red mosque. Why?
What do you know of the Brotherhood of the Skin?
And he's like, he leans forward and he says, how do you know about them? That is a very, very dangerous cult.
Yeah. Well, this information may be of use to you elsewhere. One of them was uncovered yesterday in the consulate itself.
I would not be surprised by this. They are everywhere. They have infiltrated a number of places. They're a strange religious cult. Not all cults are simply fanatics. These people are, well, Have you heard recently that children are going missing?
Sadly, yes.
Yes. I have some reason to believe that cult may be behind such things.
Mm.
The reason why I say that is, well, if the children were being sold, which is what I first suspected, I would almost assuredly know about it. I know what human trafficking is going on in the city, and there are no children like this being sold. So I do not know what horrors they may be being subjected to.
Ugh.
And now that you bring it up, I'm pretty sure that one of their meeting places is the very place that you've mentioned.
Yes. We have been harassed by this cult as we've journeyed across the continent. And sometimes you grow tired of that and wish to take it back to them.
Well, that brings me to another question. Why? Why are you looking for them?
They have something that we need. Some things, plural. Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient religious texts.
You're archaeologists.
I'm a professor of religion. It is what I study.
If you ask my opinion, the best thing you can do is leave, return to your homes. Do not pursue this thing. If they have these scrolls you're looking for, it's best that you...
I think
it
might not be the best thing for us, but I think it's in the best interest of humanity that we continue our work. There's a design of theirs, a deep desire of theirs that we seek to unravel, and we cannot do that without these scrolls.
Alab Sahib, you believe in the existence of evil?
My friend, I deal with evil every day. But I'm afraid you don't know what you're getting yourselves into.
I wouldn't sell us so short in that regard. We did not start off as four. Not everyone who has journeyed across the continent has made it.
Answer another question for me. Have you, other than the scrolls, have you discovered anything along the way?
artifacts?
Yes.
Yes, that's why going back home is not an option, because these fanatics, I believe, would pursue us for these artifacts to the ends of the earth.
So they don't have them yet.
Not for lack of trying.
I've heard it's very quiet. He leans and he says, I've heard that they seek a statue. It's not something that I heard until recently, but they seek an old sacred statue, something that belonged to them long, long ago. And They hope that this statue will unite them against all of their foes. But they are also afraid that the statue will be lost to them forever. Does this sound familiar to you at all?
It does sound familiar.
Yes, you are well informed.
And it is to make this statue lost to them forever. That is the reason why we have come.
I've heard it said that the statue can work for good or for evil. And that there was, in the ancient writings, especially in some of the scholars, that knowledge of this statue and perhaps of the very scrolls that you are speaking was known by a scholar named Gerasnet, a
Rosnet,
Kurdish.
the thief?
You know the name, yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, Gerasnet, he was a scholar.
The Brotherhood consider him something less than that.
The legend is that he hid certain things. Perhaps he was buried with them. And that the Brotherhood, they seek all of these things. They believe, I think, that this statue cannot be destroyed except by magical means. And it can only be destroyed where it was created, which is the very same evil mosque, the Red Mosque. But Gerasnet is buried in the cemetery in Uskatar, on the Asian side of the Bosporus. Not an easy thing to find, but I'm sure that it wouldn't be, with time, it could be found. There may be something buried there. You'd have to do it at night, because in the daytime there are people there that tend the graves. It's not abandoned.
We understand that Uskadar is a vast place.
It's very large, yes.
Ancient. Is the site of his grave recognized? Are there markers?
It will be a tomb, yes. It will be a tomb.
Above ground, then?
Partly, yes. With his name on it.
Good.
Now,
Nice.
my friends, I would truly tell you that you need to go back. You are in extreme danger in this city, unless you remain hidden. If I can learn some of the things that I now know about you, I'm afraid you're not safe anywhere. I would not be surprised if there were someone working at the Para Palace that was also a member of the Brotherhood. It would definitely be a place that if they were looking for you. You have brought me a great deal of information, but I feel as if we are all now in danger because of this. And so, one other thing that you should know, that the leader of this cult is named Suleiman, Suleiman Malfikat. And there suddenly is a high-pitched sort of wailing scream as a man coming through the fog of the steam room comes screaming something in Persian, and he's bringing down a knife into Balab's back. And you don't know what he's saying, but it definitely feels like,
yeah, he's not happy.
Traitor. Yeah. Like this. He grabs Balab's head and rakes the knife across his throat. Balab gags and blood starts to pour, and suddenly there's a bit of pandemonium, but you realize that there's probably two other cult people that are in here or have come in here in the last minute that suddenly attacked Balab, and now they're going to attack all of you.
Okay.
But do a spot hidden for me before this
Come
begins.
on, Dax.
Ooh, that is a hard pass.
Fail.
Hard pass.
What are we rolling?
A spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
58 is a pass.
Yeah. Balab with a look of absolute horror and terror on his face, trying to scream, but his vocal cords and his neck are cut wide open and blood is flowing. You see that the guy who's done this to him has, it's almost like he leaned forward and spoke something into his brain, and Balab is melting. His flesh is bubbling and starting to slough off, and his look, that last look you get of his face, is one of surprise and horror as the life is leaving him and his massive body is beginning to liquefy into pink goo and sprout appendages that are more tentacle-like than anything else. They're just it's stretched flesh, like this. We're not going to go into melee, so
say I rolled a 97 for sanity
or sad. Do we do sad?
Yeah, you can do sanity
to see like if
97.
we all just
Ooh, I passed.
You just all die here now. the end. Oh God, 90. 97. Did you get 97 also?
I also rolled a 97. We are so in sync with as long as we roll over 90. If you're going to roll over 90, bring a friend.
Yeah.
You can do take either 2 points for passing or roll a 1d6 in this case.
Oh, that's generous. Thank you.
Oh my God, a 6. My luck with sanity is finally catching up with me.
Ouch.
Oh.
Dr. Roll.
Oh, I rolled a 96 on intelligence, though.
Well, that's good. So you pass your intelligence. And Dr. Kurz, roll your intelligence.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 13. I'm a pretty clever Carol.
Uh-oh.
All right. Roll for me a 1d8.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no.
Madness in the bathhouse.
Dr. Pierce.
2.
Don't start grabbing anything.
2. You have hysteria, and what you're afraid of is that you see Baylab melting and sort of sliding like a big amoeba at this point. You feel like he's germs, like he's going to infect you. So you feel hysterical that and he sort of is steamy, you know.
Ooh, you can breathe him in.
Because, well, he's not evaporating, he's hot and steamy flesh thing.
Right.
All right, so I don't have down written what your dexes are.
55.
50 for me.
Theodore, what's your dex?
I have a 60, but I also have the terrible shooting pains from my leg from my field
I'm just
roll.
getting an order.
75 dex.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's Theodore, then Gabriel, then Gunter, then Roland.
No, I think Roland's faster
Roland.
than me.
Yeah, I'm 55. He's 50.
Oh, okay. So Theodore. Okay, Theodore.
Okay. So how close are the assassins to us, and how are we situated to the exit? Are they in between us and the exit? There's no saving the
Batman. No.
yeah, Fat Man's a goner because he's like
melting.
gooey melting stuff. So yeah, so I guess so. Are the assassins still preoccupied with that? Are they turning and attacking us?
One of them is, the other two are coming at you. So it's 4 of you against 2 of them at the moment.
Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then I will do my best to grapple one and slam his head into one of the pillars as hard as I can.
The only thing is that they have knives.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are
basically
weaponless.
Naked. Yeah.
To answer your question, they're coming more from the sides, and Baylab is now behind you, and the door is in front of you. So there's nothing directly between you and
okay, actually, this is perfect. So I've got a towel, right? So I take the towel off, I whip it around. I can actually disarm him. If there's one guy, if there's 2 on me, I can't. But I'll just do that. I'll wrap his arm and bash his head into the.
Oh, okay, cool, nice move. Go ahead and do your brawl.
Now that it sounds good. Now,
Yeah.
let's
naked Theodore fighting with a towel.
Let's see,
Big swinging everywhere.
Oh, come on, please be spectacular dice in a good way. Oh, wait. 54 is a wait 1 second. Wait for it. Brawl is a fail.
Did everybody just change places?
Yes. My camera was temporarily turned off by a small black kitten.
Well, let me put y'all back where you were real quick.
They don't call her chaos for nothing.
I failed, and I'd like to spend luck to make it a regular success.
Okay. He got a 65, so he fails anyway. So he brings the knife down, and you wrap it in the towel and flip it off.
So do I get him shoved into that shoved into that pillar.
Yeah, you bring him down and hit him.
Just stun him.
A 1d4. Let's say
1d4. Here it is. 1d4. Ow, gosh, that's a sharp d4. Oh, come on. Okay, well, that was 1 point.
Okay, you hit him though.
Yeah.
And Morgan.
Okay, if Thursby's got one of them kind of wrapped up, I'm gonna take this kind of heavy walking stick that I bought today and use it to
swing it.
Go after the other one.
It makes sense that you brought it in with you because walking stick.
Yeah, because walking sucks. Okay.
Okay.
97. I gotta stop rolling this number.
Well, he got an 80. So as your walking stick comes towards his head, he accidentally slips in the wetness, and you miss and he misses.
The goo is so slippery.
Well, it's all wet in here anyway.
Yeah.
So Dr. Roland, you are still
I need to go and
get away from
my clothing and get the blade. I can purify things with the blade. So I'm knocking anything out of my way.
Okay. You're heading towards the locker room.
Yeah.
So to speak. Okay. And then Gunter.
The tea we were drinking, was it like a hot tea?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to grab the tea kettle, remove the cap, and try and throw it in the assailant's face, because scalding water in the face is pretty distracting. So, throw?
Yeah, brawl.
Okay, brawl. Oh, yeah. That is a regular.
Okay, I got a 70.
Okay.
So, yeah, you hit him right in the face. He's coming with the knife. I'm going to do a luck roll. Oh, I failed the luck roll. He's going to, as you splash him in the face, he's going to let the knife go.
Nice.
So the knife clatters to the ground in front of you.
Yeah.
At this moment, you can do a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
You can all do it. Well, except David. He's running.
Fail.
19 is a hard success.
Okay, those of you who passed, you can see that these are definitely brothers of the skin. You can see where they've got scarification and slightly different colored skin. They're very loud. There is now more pandemonium. Some people in this place are panicking. They're running for the exit as well. But these two guys are going to try and fight back. So the one who's with Thursby, he's going to try and slash at you with that knife, even though he just got his head cracked. Do you want to fight back or dodge?
I want to. Oh, darn, my dodge is better than fighting back. Okay, well, I'll dodge.
Okay. Go ahead and try.
Ooh, yeah, that's a success. That's a hard success on the dodge. That's a 12.
I got a regular, so you're still controlling him with that towel.
Nice.
And Gunter. Second one is going for, actually the second one is going for Gunter. Okay. Dodge or fight back.
I put points in dodge so I could dodge.
Okay.
And I got an extreme.
Okay. Yeah. He tries to slash at you and misses.
Well, he dropped his knife, remember?
Oh, that's right. He tries to leap on you.
Yeah. Like okay.
All you can think of is you don't want him to leap on you and whisper something in your ear.
No, I do not.
Roland, you have managed to get to the doorway, and you realize there are 3 or 4 other people that are heading for the doorway as well. They're coming behind you, but you're going for your locker. still hysterical. So we'll have that's what's happening.
Probably few people understand the mutterings and the cries in German I'm making about the filth.
Yeah. All right, back to the top. Theodore.
Okay, so since I still have apparently his knife arm wrapped in the towel, I'm gonna with all my might just take his head and cave it into that pillar. I just want him to go unconscious. And ooh, that might do it. 34. That's a definite success. Now, should I push that?
Better than I got. Better than I got. So.
Cool. All right, just right that head, just all my body, just push, slamming his head into that stone pillar.
This is that scene where you're fighting with that towel and you're
oh yeah.
You're going all Jackie Chan on him.
It's a good scene.
All right, do another 1d4.
1d4. Come on.
You said your strength. Do roll for strength.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Gosh darn it, where did the other die go? Here it is. Okay. Strength. What is that? Okay. 45. Strength is 60. Okay, so that's a pass.
That's a pass.
45 out of 60
damage then.
Oh wow, thank you. Okay, come on. Don't roll one. 2. Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna slowly beat the crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bam.
You're hurting him, but
and it's in the head. He should be dazed or something.
Well,
I'll whisper something in his ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you.
Hit him with that emotional damage.
Yeah.
I actually did pretty well, so I'm still going to say that you've done 3.
Okay.
Dr. Neruda. What do you want to do? I think that the guy's fighting with Gunter and with Theodore. So for the moment, the third guy's now going to get involved.
Yeah, I'm going to go after him. Yeah.
Is melting. All right. Go ahead.
Ooh, that's a 14.
Well,
that is
way better than me.
That's a hard success on Brawl for Neruda.
Nice.
Hey. So how are you doing it? What are you doing? He's got a knife.
I have the cane, so as he's kind of coming into range, I'm slipping my hands down lower on it, and I'm just cracking him across the head with it.
As he comes like that with the knife, you hook him in.
Nice.
Do a 1d6 with that.
1.
Okay, you hit him. You knock. Let's see.
Knock his hand.
No, you don't knock the knife out of his hand, but you're fighting. Dr. Kurz, you have got to your clothes and you're starting to come out of it, but what do you want to do?
Well, of course, it's very difficult to dress because I have the Mim cease in one hand, because I have to keep everyone and everything at bay. It is a very powerful medical tool. So I'm like waving it, and while I try to pull my shirt over without snagging it on the blade, I look like a complete lunatic.
Okay.
If anyone has any scars on their face and they come toward me in any way, it's a bad idea.
So far you don't see anybody doing that. These people, I think that despite their modesty, their terror is higher. So most of them, if they're not just running in a towel outside, they are grabbing their stuff and running outside.
Yeah.
They figure they'll put their clothes on when they get home or whatever.
Around the corner where there aren't any.
Yeah.
No one's getting stabbed.
And Gunter.
I'm going to pick up the knife off the ground, and I assume this is a fairly closed, tight area. So I'm going to help Dr. Neruda and attack the one that he's messing with because that one still has the knife, and hopefully get a outnumbering bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll go for that.
Oh God, it doesn't matter. Not with that roll.
Yeah, well, I got an 81, so
Yeah, I got a 97. Another
all
one.
right. So you're still scrapping.
Yeah.
All right. Guy number 1 with Theodore. Jesus Christ. Got 91.
Oh, thank God.
So do you want to fight back? I'll tell you the roll before you do it.
I'll fight back.
If you succeed, then you're gonna get another fight.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Gosh darn it, where are the dice? It is okay. Oh, that's an 8. Ooh, but that's an 18. Ooh, so there's that's boom. Boom.
So what are you doing to fight back?
I'm basically, my continual move is with him wrapped and him trying to fight. I'm just bashing his head into the stone until it cracks open and spills his brains out all over the floor.
Go ahead and do a 6 again.
All right. Won't you die? There we go, a 6. Boom.
All right.
Good hit.
This time you crack his head down, and on that hard marble, you can actually hear a crack as his skull partly fractures, and he goes unconscious. You might not have killed him. You might have killed him. You don't know, but you cracked his skull.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And has he just gone limp?
He goes limp.
Okay.
And as he goes limp and slumps to the floor, he's laying partly in what Baylab has become. And you see little tendrils of Baylab reach up and start to wrap themselves around the guy's body like it's some sort of goo monster, skin thing.
Oh my God. Is this a sand check?
We can hold the sand checks until you guys get out of it.
No.
Dr. Neruda.
Yeah, I don't have time to watch this whole business. I'm going after the guy who's still
okay.
Still left with the knife. 39 is a pass.
Okay, and I got a 77, so I don't pass.
2 this time. I'm getting better.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you hooked him pretty good. Maybe you hook his leg this time. And he goes down. I'm gonna roll a luck roll and fail that. So he has also landed in the mound of poor old Baylab. And as he's trying to get up, it sort of is grabbing a hold of him. And he's looking up at you in horror, but he's being held by the thing. Dr. Kurz, you have managed to put your pants on and your clothes, and you put your tie on, you tied your tie,
I get to feel a little bit more like myself.
No, you definitely feel the panic has gone away, but you've seen something horrible.
I think I'm going. First of all, I have to see whether any of my comrades require surgery from the Great Blade.
They're still in the middle of scrapping, it seems like.
So I'm going to, I can't say I'm hurrying. And probably my shoes are not so good to be under sweat, so I will just, in my stocking feet, I will go in, sort of waving one hand against the steam and the Memsahis in the other.
Okay.
It may be feeding.
Back in. One guy's got his head cracked, the other guy's stuck in the goo. And there's just one guy left trying to fight Gunter.
Yeah. First things first, I guess, is we slice. He has the knife still?
No, I have his knife.
You have his knife.
Gunter has his knife.
Yeah, I'll just take a slash at whatever limb of his is nearest.
Okay.
If I sever that.
Do first a luck roll for me.
All right. Well, should I keep that roll as luck?
Yeah, well, you can do that if you.
It was a 92.
Okay. I just wanted to see if the guy sees you.
I guess he does.
All right, he sees you coming at him. But you can still do the slash because he can't defend himself.
Right. No good. 77. Well above my fighting brawl.
Okay. You slash. And he doesn't notice the Mem Sahis. Which is maybe a good thing. All right. He's going to get one last try in at Gunter.
Dodging.
Dodge or fight back. Dodge.
Dodging, and that's another extreme. I really cranked my dodge up. So
well, that's good because I got a 14, which is hard.
Good. Yeah. All right. I kind of just got to do the old sidestep, kind of let his momentum take him.
Okay. So he misses. You don't do anything. All right. Theodore.
So I guess I'm coming from an angle he's not aware of.
Okay.
If we're surrounding him, I'll just try to take the towel and from behind, just sort of get his neck, so he's an easy target for everyone else.
If you pass, he got a 64. You'll do it.
Oh, okay. Now, do I get a bonus since everyone's on him, or no?
It's the top of the rack.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, there's a 0-0 and a 9. Ooh, that's got an extreme.
Yeah, you've got him around the neck, so he's now like this.
Yeah.
Which Gabriel, now you've got a clear, unobstructed shot towards this guy who's now restrained. If you want to do something, Neruda.
So there's still the one assailant who's not getting subsumed.
Correct. And he's now restrained by...
Yeah, I got my back.
Theodore's wrapped a towel around his neck.
Around his neck.
So, well, while he's... Start wailing on him.
Yeah, take that part out. Yes.
Just have you roll damage.
Okay. 5.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to knock the guy out. So for the moment, all of your guys are either being semi-absorbed by the flesh thing, but you're all free to run at this point.
If he goes limp with my towel around his neck, I will let him go into the water so he can drown. I'm no longer playing nice with these people.
Okay, well, there's not really any water, but
you could put him in the slime monster.
The Bay Lab.
Yeah, I'll just plop his body into that.
Okay. He goes face down and makes a splat like something going into wet turkey, and the flesh begins to wrap itself around. You also notice that a good portion of the Bay Lab thing is slipping down the drain and draining into what's probably the sewer at this point.
I thank Bay Lab for the information he gave us.
I mean,
sorry,
I'm out of here.
The authorities would be here. You should all dress so we could leave.
Yeah.
I want to ask the Memsahis about cutting the Baylab thing. I'm concerned about letting it slip away, but I will sort of dip the blade in and swipe to see how it reads it.
It's like cutting through lemon meringue pie. It's like there's nothing there.
Does it seem to take in strength, or is there a sense, like, does it burn a little bit with revulsion, and I'm very conscious of contagion as I do this.
You can feel that the Memsahis does draw magical points from what's left of Baylab. But you also get the strong impression that Baylab's not alive anymore. This is reanimated dead flesh with some kind of horrible curse or spell that's reanimated the skin.
Ugh.
It's mostly skin.
Blech.
And it's left a partial skeleton of poor old Baylab.
Oh, God.
On the slab.
Ugh.
It was. As you guys get your clothes and run out and maybe get quickly dressed in an alley, you can now do your sanity.
Oh, God. And vomit. Regardless.
Failed that sanity.
Okay.
Oh my God. 94.
Why are you guys so upset? It's all better now.
I'm gonna say just 1d4.
Okay.
But you could do a constitution roll too to see if it makes you vomit.
Oh, 23. I hold that together.
2 points.
I lost another 3 points to sand, though.
2 more down on sand. Oh, dang. My sand's starting to get low.
Lost 3 points to sanity and my lunch.
So something I may have forgotten, but let's resolve it like this. After a few minutes, Farrar comes down from the cafe he was sitting at, in shock, like, what on earth has happened? People came running out of there like
bad gas leak.
Yeah, gas leak.
So he realizes that you were in distress and quickly shuffles you along.
Mm-hmm.
He figures something went very badly. He doesn't ask you immediately. But eventually you can tell that he wants to say, something has terrified you. What has happened? Were there bad guys in there?
There were bad men attacked us and killed Baylab.
Yeah, Baylab. They assassinated him.
Not used to seeing men die. It's upsetting.
So he spirits you away. He gets you at least to a taxi to get you back to the hotel.
The knife that they were using, did it look like a ceremonial knife or just a street knife?
Yeah, just something you'd pick up anywhere.
I'll throw it into the sewer. Yeah.
And by the time you're getting at least a little far away, you start to hear the police sirens, or I don't know what they sound like in Turkey.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's
yeah. Right. And probably about 2 p.m., and you are on your way back to the Para Palace. It takes you until about 3 probably to get there with the traffic and everything. Farrar he doesn't know what to make of this, and he doesn't know how to. Something terrible's happened to you, and he doesn't know how to respond, because he doesn't have a clue what the hell just happened.
My God.
I mean, I'll tell him. I was like, yeah, it's a violent city, and that was rough for but we're safe now, and thanks to you, we're back to our hotel. Trying to kind of comfort him, put his mind at ease. Well, my
he's
mind's
more
racing.
Worried about you.
I know, that's why I'm trying to assure him by talking calmly.
Everything is fine.
That's right.
Before his enemies attacked Balab Sahib and killed him, he warned us that we may have enemies at the Para. Farrar, do you think that there is a place that we could find private accommodation with reasonable security and keep it on the quiet side of things?
We want to see if we can find a place for you to stay that's
somewhat more incognito. Yeah.
I can work on that. I can find something for you. I don't know how. Let me think on it, because you probably want something at least a little secure.
Yeah, we would need several trusted people to help move our things. We would probably wish to make it appear as though we were getting back on the Orient Express. It's all a degree of subterfuge. Balab Sahib said that he thinks there are already enemies aware of us. And the fact that he was attacked as he even spoke these words to us suggests that there may be some danger. And I'm looking, of course, at the others to see if they think I'm insane to trust in him in this, but...
Do you feel safe where you are for tonight?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Let me make some inquiries, and I'll find some place for you to stay by morning. Post that picture and suddenly I'm looking at it. I'll find some place for you to stay tonight. I mean, I will find some place tonight for you to stay tomorrow.
Yeah, investigate. And if you have, again, probably relatives or other, those who you know well that we can be certain that we may trust.
Yes. I think I know who I will ask. Try to rest. Get some sleep. Get some rest. You can count on me, he says.
Ah, good.
And off he goes.
I suggest to the others that maybe we should stay in one room with one person on watch, rotating.
Yeah. What time is it right now?
Only 4-ish.
Yeah, it takes a while to get back because of the traffic, but
I almost wonder how secure the consulate would be. We have the High Commissioner highly on our side. We now have a strong lead as to now how to take some forces. I don't think he's going to give us an army like you mentioned, but he might he might give us a full squad of police or British, maybe like
and we just helped purge the staff. We got rid of 5 of them in one day, so it will take them sometimes to infiltrate. This is interesting to speak. Yeah.
We could move our stuff to a secure room there and just ask him while we do the investigation to rescue his son to give us one secure room so we can work out of. That shouldn't be a big ask for him, especially for what we're doing.
Yeah. Especially if you tell him what just happened.
Yeah.
Some of what just happened.
Some. The abridged version. Highly abridged.
Knife attack.
Right. So if that's what you want to do, I think about it. If that's what you want to do, I think that he will definitely cooperate with you.
Thanks.
And if he knows that the Bay Lab fellow, if you're talking to him, he has heard of Bay Lab because he's an information broker.
Yeah.
So if this has happened and your enemies are that close, Rutherford thinks that you must be getting very close to the answers. So yes, there's a place at maybe even his own private residence. It's definitely not going to be a 1-bedroom apartment. It's going to be the Palais, the palace.
I think personally, if I had a choice, I'd recommend the consulate itself, because that's usually where they actually have a small garrison station. Like, it's small, but it's still
okay. Yeah, I can buy that.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be staying at least tonight if you're going to move tonight.
Yeah,
I think
he
insists. Would be pretty.
Yeah. If you want to get accommodation somewhere else tomorrow, that's fine, but he can definitely put you up tonight at the consulate. So you arrange for that. You move all of your things over there. You secure them very well at the consulate. And I think that that's a good spot for us to stop for tonight.
That's a good one.
It's almost 2 hours. So
jeez.
That was a good spot.
Yeah.
Our players included Morgan Llewellyn, David Gastaway, Stuart Lively, and Keith Craig, with yours truly as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastery. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you would like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page listed in the description, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.